Hey guys, so okay, welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Let's carry on where we left off. Let's close the case once and for all. Mondo is the killer of Chihiro, who's not actually a girl, but a guy in disguise, and he broke his handbook by going into the sauna. Let's review this case one more time from the beginning.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Here we go. Alright. We start off. Chihiro grabbing the tracksuit, meets Celeste. Celeste's like, WTF, man. He's like, heh, getting clothes. Laters. Chihiro goes to the gym, says hi to the friend, gets ready to change. Friend comes. Poor guy doesn't stand a chance, gets whacked in the head with the dumbbell. He freaks out, killed her. Switches the location of the body, puts it in the girl's gym. Byakuya comes in randomly for shits and giggles, decides to tie up the body for God knows what reason. Meanwhile, the culprit goes to the sauna and burns the handbook. Okay, let's review from the beginning. About 20 minutes to do this, plenty of time. Okay, what's our things? Wow, there's a lot. Okay, that's this. That's the sauna. That's the cord. Bloodlust. The card reader. Or the handbook. I guess that's... yeah, putting the jacket in the duffel bag to begin with. Okay. Runs off. Runs here. What do we start with? What the hell? That's Byakuya's hand, from what I can tell. Okay, I gotta get this order right. That, maybe? Says hi, drops the stuff in, unpacks. Then Mondo was working out, got up and decided to kill. Don't know what spurred it to happen. Unfortunate. Guess that's when the blood splatters. No. Then we'll go for the bloody dumbbell. Is it? Or do we put... ah, yeah, no, that's what I was looking for. Then it drips. Dumbbell. Last time we had repeats, so that kind of draws attention to what not to put in, so this dumbbell won't go in because it's already there, right? He freaks out. He starts rolling up the carpet. He... is that it? Damn. Opens the door, goes in. Okay, let's start doing the more obvious stuff here. Sorry, I'm not going in any particular order, I'm just going in the way that will solve this case properly. Goes in there, I guess. There's the sauna itself. Or the baths, sorry. Bloodlust. Still don't understand what Byakuya was up to. That. Or it's bloodlust to disguise the crime scene like that. How did he even get into the girls? Was it left open, I guess? Oh, sorry. Do that. That, I guess? Uh-oh, we're ready to reenact. Are we sure? I don't know about this order. How many fakes do we have? 3. 3 fakes. Okay, that's when Celeste saw that the jacket was blue, so that's fine, that's accurate. This one? That looks like Mondo's hand, or the culprit's hand, I should say, because it's grey. So maybe that's got to go in somewhere. Blood goes on the poster, drops the dumbbell, moves along, rolls up the carpet. Here's the poster. Presents that, goes in. Oh, actually... Actually... I take this off then. Where is this? Where did I place that? That's wrong. Oh, I placed that back when I said that that's how Chihiro got in. So that can't be correct. All the way back here. Okay, so then what goes here then? Maybe that, then the door? Or is it this one? Like that. It looks like Byakuya's hand, but then he didn't go use that. That's the boy's card reader because it's blue. So yeah, that can't be Byakuya, that has to be Chihiro. Are we certain this is all right? Then that's also blue. I don't know. Well, there's nowhere to put Byakuya having the card key anyway, so it's gotta go back there. What the hell is that all about? I don't quite know just yet. Wants to make it interesting, I guess? So the dumbbell's definitely not. I wonder if there's a repeat of that doorknob being opened. Let's have a look. Let's comb through every one of this. We've got plenty of time. There's no rush. I'd like to get this right the first time. So that... I don't know the order of this poster. Oh right, that must be when he was faking the crime scene. Is it? That's him putting it back up, right? It's him leaving, going in here. There's just no space for this to go anywhere. Okay, how right do I feel? I feel like I've got it mostly right. That's definitely right. That's definitely right. That's definitely right. That's definitely right. The only ones I have trouble with are this one, I guess. Is that right? What's this doorknob story? Maybe that's there? And then that's like that? Use that, opens the door. That makes more sense there. It's this bit of events here that I don't quite know. These pictures are so ambiguous. There. I'm happy about that. Happy about that. No, the door's open. Wrong order. Use that, goes in. Says hello. Yeah. Okay. That's gotta go there. Rolls that up, grabs that, goes there. Okay, I think this is correct. We're about to find out. Let's reenact it. Hopefully it's not wrong. Let there be conclusion.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
see Makoto's getting confused with the genders as well.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Apparently is the question, is the answer, sir.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Lucky I switched that around.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
But why?
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Went everywhere.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Yeah.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster,
Oh, good.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room.
The murder's not good. I'm happy I got the reenactment
A
right.
girl's
Just for
handbook
clarification.
was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Oh no. Damn it. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. Need to rearrange the events of the case. Ah, son of a bitch. Was it this one then?
The killer is you! After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Okay, there we go.
And that's exactly how the killer did it.
It's because he's laying down the body after putting the poster up. That kind of threw me off a bit.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Ooh, I like that. Man, for
That
reasons
could have been
unknown,
the end of things, but no.
someone had to cock it up.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Okay.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade,
Hopefully it comes clear later on.
the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
You son of a bitch.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Yes! We got him!
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where Where's your evidence?
Why are you defending him?
You need evidence. You need proof.
He was attorney.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo was the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Whoa. So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however much you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to the special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, well I still don't quite understand how bullet time battles work, but here we go.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
I'm just clicking with the rhythm, I'm not even looking at anything else.
I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote.
Uh-oh.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
I'm just using
Show me some
ultimate time.
evidence.
Because I have no idea what's going on.
I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence.
Right there.
This should prove it.
Just realized how close it was to dying up there in the top right. I suppose I should have noticed the blinking circle. That's when I would have
Thinking so
captured
far
it.
is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's.
Just turn it on and you'll see.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah.
You confessing?
I did it. I killed him.
But why? I'm guessing that C was for that horrible performance of trying to figure out what the hell the blue jumps tracksuit meant. But I'll take the A overall. 973 points. I don't know, did we really win? Look at that somber music. We've just lost another student. Yay, coins.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up.
Honorable.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
Did he have a secret he needed to keep?
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh boy. Here comes the vote. It's only gonna get worse from here too. We're losing students left, right, and center. I like everyone who's left,
What?
pretty much. Uh-oh. This time it looks like... You got it right again! Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
What?
I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. I suppose Chihiro's secret was that she's a guy. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
That's sad, man. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. Is this suicide? No, it can't be. It was unsuspecting, right?
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack. The armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet,
I'm sorry,
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
but
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong. Then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to
Yeah, that's right.
was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. No words, eh?
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that?
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he had made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? To keep it a secret?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he had made to Chihiro.
But...
How does moving the body keep his secret?
Because...
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then, Mondo did all that to keep the promise he had made to Chihiro, who he had also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it, after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know? Even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother! Oh my gosh. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust, or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang. And his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Sorry, not soil. Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me!
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. Crazy diamond. But suddenly... his brother saved his life. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what. You gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team. You and me. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit it to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, he had to hide his secret. The team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Dai was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. So he had to protect the secret, otherwise the biker gang would completely disassemble, right? And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. But how does he know all this? How does he know all our secrets? No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So, that's why. Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness, and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So, what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So, I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him. Down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
This is so screwed up, man.
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! You're having a lot of fun, aren't you, you little teddy bear? Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past. For a memory? For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. So what is this all about? Is this a lesson? Is this like some soul thing? Was he trying to teach us something? Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead. Say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now, well
That's
now.
what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. Oh god, what the hell is it gonna be this time? No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh boy. I said wait! Oh no, don't attack it.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Boop. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. He's even got the same hairstyle. Oh, jeez. Obviously it involves a motorbike. Oh. The cage of death. Oh. I guess he got vaporized? What the hell? This is so screwed up. Who thinks of this? Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder. And another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives is taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Taka is taking it really hard, man. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Are you serious right now? You want to play with our lives? God, just to make it more interesting? Are you insane? Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
honestly,
So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
there is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What?
You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. I suppose that was his insurance policy. But would we have believed him if this went awry?
Well,
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But
Damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Great. I've just painted a big target on my back. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? I mean, you gotta take me and Kyoko down, to be honest. She's pretty smart herself.
Indeed.
I swear she's like the ultimate investigator or something. Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh? I'm up next?
you...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Me?
What the heck?
Mean, 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 mean.
Damn it!
Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagabi family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Too bad I'm the main character. Byakuya. So, screw you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. What is going on? What's the mystery of the school? Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell, had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship. It felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying,
What's this?
this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Hope's Peak Academy?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there.
Is this someone that's in our current game, or is this a previous game?
I know I said you could ask anything, but... super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What is he up to? What's going on? I don't know, but Boy's Life of Despair, Chapter 2, is complete. And we're left with 10. To be continued? You betcha. The Crazy Diamond Present. Achievement unlocked, 2 of a kind.